Once upon a time, there was a very beautiful lady called Adora. She lived in a small village called Omoma. Adora lived with her grandmother because she was an orphan who lost her parents at the age of 5. The death of her parents is still a mystery to her. That fateful morning, Adora woke up beside her dead parents. She tried to wake them up. As young as she was, unknown to her, the parents were already dead. She kept crying and waking them up, trying to wake them, but they didn't wake up. Her grandmother was just on her way to the house. She met them lying lifeless in their house. It was said that their food was poisoned. Till date, their death still remains a mystery to Adora. Who poisoned the food is what is still surprising to them. Her grandmother and the entire village was so surprised and shocked. But growing up, people really didn't associate with her. They thought she was the one that killed her parent. She didn't have any friend. Her only friend was her grandmother and Ucheche. She was literally abandoned by almost all the villagers as they claimed she was an evil child who killed her parents. Adora grew up with her grandmother, who loves her so much. She turned into a very beautiful, intelligent, and especially a very kind-hearted young lady. It was an Eke market day. One day, she was going to the market to get some foodstuff and fruits for her grandmother. She saw a man looking so unkempt, begging around the market, but everyone was sending and chasing him away. She approached the mad-smelling man and gave him some fruits from her fruit basket. The man followed her to her hut unknown to her that she was followed by the supposed madman to her hut. She came out and saw the man sitting beside the tree outside their house. She quickly recognized him because she was still surprised. Before she was asked how he knew her house, what he wanted, he quickly pleaded for food and that is harmless. She brought food for him. The man always come to her to beg for food. Her grandmother was very happy with her kind of heart. She applauded her and encouraged her to do more. The villagers who never liked her before began to wonder why she's always seen with the madman. Everyone hated and rejected the madman in the village. The worst of it was that nobody knew the madman before. He resurfaces from nowhere. He had nowhere to stay. One day, Adora forgot her clothes outside as it was raining. The moment she remembered and rushed out to pick the clothes, Adora sighted the madman sleeping under the tree outside their hut. He was beaten by the rain. He was shivering. Adora felt pity for him and took him inside the hut. He was running temperature. Adora made a warm water for him to bathe. He stench because he hasn't changed his clothes or bathed for days. Adora pleaded he should change his clothes. He refused. He told Adora if she will want to be his friend, she will have to stay with the same clothes with him. As far as that was for Adora to accept, she needed to be his friend. She accepted the condition because of her kind of heart. Adora gave Chimezie the madman food and shelter. They stayed as friends. Adora's grandmother also had to assess him the way he was because of Adora. She accepted him too into her hut. One day, he brought all the dirty and smelly things he used as a madman before he met Adora into their hut. It stank to badly do. That made Adora told him if he's not going to throw those things away, he will have to leave the house and they will no longer be friends. He became very sad. Adora left the house to the market to sell some farm products that morning. Before she returned, she remembered on her way back that she spoke wrongly to the madman, her friend, and he was really sad. She hurt him with everything she said to him. She promised herself to apologize to him when she returned from the market. On getting home, she couldn't find Chimezie. He had left with all his dirty things. She felt really bad and sorry for him. She looked for him everywhere but couldn't find him. She continued looking for him days after days. After some time, she stopped looking for him and continued with her daily life. One day, Adora was sitting outside her hut with her grandmother when two men who were not from that village visited. She was very surprised. They told him to follow them, that they needed to show her something and she needed to see someone. Adora was brought to the palace. He saw a very handsome prince sitting on the throne but couldn't recognize him. The prince told him it's Chimezie the madman she was taking care of, his friend. Adora was shocked to her bone marrow. She looked at him surprisingly, with her mouth agape. He narrated everything to her. He told her that is the king's only heir to the throne. The king died over a year ago, but nobody knew his son because he didn't grow up in the village. He returned and didn't know how to find true love. Who will be his queen and became his wife? He came up with the plan of pretending to be a madman. Any woman that can be kind to him and show him love in that state will be his true love and his wife. Adora didn't know what to say. She asked her to marry him immediately and be his queen and love. Adora had no option than to agree to marry him. A month later, when the villagers and the king's maker came to crown him and his wife queen, everyone was so shocked to see the rejected Adora becoming the queen. They all hated and tagged her evil as their queen, and most shocked to see the madman they rejected and always chased away as their king. Adora was looking so beautiful in her attire and crown. They got married and lived happily ever after. The moral lesson of this story is that you should always try to be kind to everyone, no matter who he or she is. You may not know where your help comes from. You may not know who the person you are helping or being kind to is. You may not know if it's the person that will change your life. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, and like, and also comment. Thank you.